Welcome all of you in today's session. The topic is analyzing the impact of reservation. So recently a report has come where reservation, is being analyzed and see how the people in India who have got reservation, mainly that is SC, ST and OBC categories, how the reservation has been given to them and how the impact has been. Now the provision of reservation, which is started in the beginning part, has helped in correcting the historical injustice in some way. However, the recent decline in government jobs and policy changes could undermine the provision of reservation. So let's understand a little in the history of reservation. So right, the first amendment of India's constitution, which happened in 1951, it talked about ensuring social justice. So that is where Article 15, Article 16, they all were amended, and the provision of reservation where positive discrimination should be given was mooted, and this idea was brought through reforms in the amendment in the constitution. So that is the first time when the reservation was given, and in the beginning reservation was given to SC and ST category, that is 15% and 7.5% in the government jobs and educational institutions. Now question is that how this reservation has been helped the SCs and OBCs. Remember one more thing, in 1989 the reservation was extended to other backward caste as well. That is around 27%. So total SC, ST, OBC reservation are there. Apart from that, we have 10% reservation is given to economically weaker section, EWS. Okay. Now, how reservation has helped the SCs, OBCs? There are certain figures. In the central administrative services, SC reached 14% of the class C in 1984. So that is the data. SCs in the central government job, they have 14% class C. They reached 14.3% in the class B in 2003. And in class C, 13.3% in 2015. So that is the data which is available. In the central public sector enterprises, their proportion rose from 14.6% to 18.1% in 2014. So these are the data. How reservation is held in SCs and OBCs? Again, some figure. In parallel, SCs literacy rate jumped from 21.38% to 66.1%. So आप देखो कि the literacy rate has improved. That is how it has been. Now another, there's a saying that Mandal Commission report, which became the basis for OBC reservations. BP Mandal was the member of parliament under which a report for OBC reservation came into picture. So after the Mandal Commission report was implemented, OBC started benefiting from it. In 2013, OBC, 52% of India's population, according to Mandal report, represented 8.37 of class A in central government services, 10.1% in class B, and 17.8% or 7.98% in class C. So that is the data out of 52%. Now this data of 52%, this is the total population with 52% of OBC. That is also based on 1931 census data. Remember, and we do not have a caste data right now, and that is how the data of 1931 की जो data को हमने extrapolate करके आज निकाला कि OBC reservation इतना होगा. So this is the 52% as per the report. As per the previous understanding, and these are the people who have got reservation at different level A, B, and C. Their percentage in central public sector enterprises jumped from 16.6% to 28.5%. Okay, so here we can see there is substantial rise in the number of people who have jobs in the central government organizations. The number of jobs are declining, but in spite of all things, now if you see the data of reservation, you'll find that overall reservation had definitely has percolated and had reached odd levels. The percentage might vary in one area or second area, but overall reservation is there. Now, but another concern is that after 1991, under new economic policy, government of India is looking ways, or even state government are looking ways to reduce the load on them, and that is where privatization, liberalization, and the business of the government is not to do business. So the number of jobs are declining in the central government, the entire process. In the first, the number of vacancies has surged 5.5 lakh in 2006 to 7.5 lakh in 2014, which means almost 7.5 lakh vacancies are there in central government, and government can give these jobs, but government is not giving job because the resource is a big challenge. So far the central government employment is concerned. So these are the number of vacancies in central government of India. Second, the total number of employees has dropped from 2003 to 2012, that is from 32.69 lakh to 26.3. Means the number of employees who were earlier high, almost 33 lakh, it has come down to 26.3 lakh. The number of Dalits benefiting from reservation has also reduced from 16% to 5.4, from 5.4 to 4.5 lakh. naturally the number of jobs are declining. So agar number of jobs decline hoga, so automatically we'll see that the benefits to different people who are getting in terms of numbers, that also will come down. So the number of Dalits who are getting jobs has decreased from 5.4 to 4.55 lakh. While the number of OBCs benefiting of reservation had jumped from 14.89 lakh to 23.55 lakh in 2012, it has dropped to 23.38 lakh in the year after. OBC ko, the number of OBCs here also OBCs have benefited, and the number of that number is almost substantial even today, I would say. The reservation has also been undermined by lateral entry into the bureaucracy. One is the declining numbers, especially in SCs we are witnessing. The second is because of lateral entry. Recently, and maybe a year and a half ago, lateral entry was proposed, 2 years ago rather, lateral entry was proposed in central government at the level of joint secretary in Government of India. So that is there. The new procedure undermined reservation because the quotas do not apply. Here the quota system does not apply. Okay, so these are the total data that we have in terms of reservation. Now coming to the judgment that affect the idea of reservation. Now, one of the concern which this article says, that in one judgment, UGC was allowed to shift the unit of provisional reservation from university as a whole to departmental level. Even if today, if you see the reservation that is given in the universities, that is at the departmental level, not at the university level. Such a shift has reduced the quantum of reserved seat and restricted the entry of the lower caste. Because let's say there are fewer seats are there, so reservation, it's difficult to apply reservation. Small departments where vacancies are few, it would be indivisible, and hence no seat would be reserved. As a result, only 2.5% posts were reserved for SCs and none for ST and 8% for OBCs. This we are talking about university level. So university level, you see that reservation has not been beneficial. However, the impact of ordinance and subsequent bill passed by the parliament in March and July 19 reversing the Supreme Court judgment is yet to be seen. So we'll see how the Supreme Court judgment has been reversed by the laws in the parliament. Let's see how it impacts. In another judgment, now this is important, Supreme Court ruled that reservation in job promotion was not a fundamental right. The ruling undermined the effect, yani reservation in job is not a fundamental. Reservation is there, but in promotions में आपको जो है fundamental right नहीं है. Though promotion in promotion reservations are definitely given. This ruling undermined the effect of an amendment to constitution that has been introduced by Narasimha Rao government in 1995, and that has resulted Article 16(4)(a). Article 16(4)(a) had circumvented a facet of 1992 decision of the Supreme Court to allow reservation for SC and STs in promotion. So there's a history. So this was reservation promotion was given by Narasimha Rao government, and Supreme Court circumvented that decision earlier on. But again in 2001, 85th Amendment extended the benefit of reservation in favor of SC and ST in matters of promotion with consequential seniority. So consequential seniority mein hai. This time in 2020, the Government of India has decided not to contest the decision of the Supreme Court. So that is it. So that means today reservation is there in the job, and that is based on consequential seniority. The National Commission of Backward Classes has issued a notice to Health Ministry complaining that post-mandal 27% quota was not implemented systematically. ये National Commission of Backward Class का कहना है. The fund earmarked for Dalit education in the Indian budget were also reduced by the previous government. While this budget item with special component plan is supposed to be proportional to the demographic weight of the Dalit 16.6, it fluctuated between 9 and 9.5%. Means overall the government has been because of the revenue constraint, government has reduced the earmarking of fund, and that has also been discussed. So definitely I believe that funding education funding should not be compromised. That is very important. But whatever the overall conclusion, reservation has been one of the most effective techniques of positive discrimination in India and has helped in the goal of delivering social justice. Okay, so any policy that affects must be reconsidered. So we have to ensure that the affirmative justice or positive discrimination through reservation is ensured. And reservation is not about bringing equality. It is about ensuring that adequate representation of all the caste groups, especially the caste who have been historically exploited, should be given the benefit of that. So that is the whole idea of reservation. Okay, so thank you very much. Take care.